What's going on? It's your boy B Bird, just checking with everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day, blessed on Monday. Time to get money. For me, I'm on my way to, I'm on my way to the job, but I'm actually on my way to a job interview, so I'll be probably riding there first. But besides, man, let me, jump to the topic, man. I know there's a lot of things going on, probably, but my question is, why is there such a disconnect between black man and black woman? And I'll say disconnect because for some reason between us, it seems like we just can't get each other. And emotional wise, to issues wise, even children wise, even raising children, we can't really ever come to a mutual agreement or a respect of each other. Now I know a lot of people say there's self-hate or self-disrespect with each other, and that is true. I think also too, I think there's probably, like I said, there's a lack of respect for each other, because when you see black men with non-black women and vice versa, most time it's almost like a respect. It's like they get a whole lot of gratitude and a whole lot of respect. And when I say it like that is, there's something that black man would do for a non-black woman versus a black woman, and there's a lot of gripes and complaints, or it's just like sometimes it's just a uneasiness sometimes, especially with black women. Black women very they're strong-willed, but they're very defiant sometimes. If they're pretty much have a relationship with a black man, but if you've seen something that's probably going out with non-black men, they're more submissive. They're more obliged to their spouse or lover or so far. So probably my assumption is, why is that? Like I said, man, I actually went on, met with a friend of mine, sister. She's from New Orleans, and we actually I went to see her. I haven't seen her for some years. She came back, man. She kind of like, going place to place. We actually went to her friend's house. Her friend lived in a nice area, had a nice apartment, had things going on. You know what I'm saying? She was white. She was a white girl. I wasn't shocked or nothing like that, but it was kind of like, besides, going there and chilling with her, she was kind of talking like almost in a order. You know how you give out order. You ask people and then you telling somebody. There's a difference between that. Where she was like, it was like she was barking orders at me. I'm like, kind of looking at her like what? And I felt kind of upset. But when when the white girl was telling her, she was kind of like being kind of submissive. You know what I'm saying? She got defiant and authoritarian to me. But when the white girl was telling her, I think that's like, one of her friends and stuff, white girl was asking her something, telling her something, she kind of backed down a little bit. And I seen the double standards that was played upon me. And I was like, okay, so that kind of made me look ill of her right there. You know what I'm saying? She basically downplayed me in front of that white girl. And that's what most problems happen between black couples. If you get to a person that's a white person or something like that, it's which of the sex or gender would downplay each other and disregard of one's feeling towards that person of dominant society. You know what I'm saying? I recognized that right off the jump. I was about to leave. The white girl was asking me, hey, you know, she tried to be, you know, real, you know, friendly, company. We're her company and stuff. But that, you know, believe me, I was not uncomfortable at all with a situation like that. But I was a little disturbed at the situation, how she kind of started treating me a little bit in front of the white girl. And that's something I really didn't tolerate. One of my friends of mine, he's a co-worker, he's a truck driver like I am. He had similar, actually his was a little bit more extreme. Actually, he was talking to his friend, another sister. She was actually a doctor. So she got a professional job. So she's pretty upscale. Well, you know, they've been talking with each other for at least about a couple of years. You know, they went on the date. They had fun, and you know, she spent the night over my man's house. You know what I'm saying, after a night of fun, you know, and the next day in the morning, he was waking up, seeing her fully dressed, and she's telling him she gotta go home to her kids, and he's like, okay, and then he realized that she ended up having his keys, and he was kind of like, I think he asked her what you're doing. She told him straight with a straight face, I'm going home to my kids. Now that's her excuse. With the keys in the hand, so obviously my man kind of like quickly opened his eyes and said, I better get dressed before she steal my car. I'm gonna say steal, cause that's really theft. That's theft. So, you know, I kind of, you know, we had that conversation about it, and I asked him, well, okay, for her to be a professional job, and she's probably should be an intelligent woman, what would make her feel that she needs to take your car without asking you, and you guys only really been on maybe one date within 2 years of just talking and texting each other. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at, we had a good deep conversation. I looked at that as she had basically a lack of respect for you. If you think, you know, in my mind, the lack of respect between both black man and black woman is really rampant. A lot of disrespect on more end for a black woman to a black man. Now, I'm not saying all that is true, but there's a lot of evidence. I've been seeing it lately. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's coming from both sides, but I've seen it a lot more lately. And it's not just self-hate. I don't know. It's connected to self-hate, but it's a lack of respect for each other. Because I told him, if you was a white guy or a guy that's not black, would she did that to you? He said, I probably would not. I don't think she would not did that to him at all. So, but in the same time, I told him, I said, and unfortunately, you gotta take precautions and stuff. And I hate to say it, but you gotta have to be up in your guard. Like most times, you should be up your guard. You shouldn't really be up. You shouldn't have your guards up for any woman. But it's almost like when you're dealing with a woman of your own, you have to have your guards up. And I'm not saying that it's a black thing. It could be any other thing. It could be any woman from any race, creed, religion, and so forth. But, you know, the first thing as a people to move along is actually improve your relationship. If your relationship ain't improving, then as a people of a whole, you don't have a shot. And that's probably what I'm getting to. But besides that, man, leave your comment if you got anything. We can chop this up, all right? What?